Hello everyone. Let's wait for another 2 minutes, right? Then we'll start. Hello everyone. Very good evening. Can you all hear me? Just show a thumbs up if you can all hear me. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay. Yeah, cool. Cool. Well, if you guys can come on camera, it would be great. I think we'll have an interactive session. Please, come on, guys. Hey, Shidho. Hey, Shan. Okay, so while we'll be covering, we'll go through all the slides. Uh, would request all of you to be on mute, right? And towards the last, we'll cover the Q&A session, correct? So that time, whatever doubts, clarifications, career related, any guidance, right? Or any technical questions, right? Anything you can ask Pooja. So she'll be our trainer. She is our mentor, right? For DevOps and AWS. And anything related to, let's say, course enrollment, offers, discounts, anything like that, I think I'm the right person to answer. Okay, cool. So, guys, welcome all of you again for the DevOps and AWS Masterclass, right? So, this side Abhishek Tiwari, correct? And I have Pooja with me. So, she is your mentor for the AWS and DevOps, correct? So, So I think most of you know about us, right? So we are GroTechMinds. We started the organization in the year 2022, and we cover a lot of courses in the field of testing, manual testing, automation testing, performance testing, API testing, rest assured, right? So there are a lot of other courses that we're also planning to introduce over the coming months and mostly in the next 3 to 4 months, right? Uh, so, and coming to USPs, those who are joining our sessions for the first time, so we provide ISO certification for all our students. Uh, uh, we do real-time projects, mock interview preparations are done, resume preparations are done. Then placement assistance is something that we provide, right? And then internship experience, right, wherever it is applicable, and a lot of other features and benefits that are associated, correct? So now, since I think Pooja, from here you can take it over.
Yeah, thanks, Abhishek. Good evening, one and all. So, yeah, as Abhishek already introduced me, but I want to introduce myself as well. So, my name is Pooja Chavan. I have total 6 years of experience and I do work in one of the reputed company as an IT manager, and but like I'll be looking after AWS and DevOps part as well. So yeah, so I've been typed with the various institute where I'll be training the tech professionals and the freshers who are really interested in DevOps and AWS. So yeah, let's start the class and demo session. Sorry. So yeah, can I share my slide, Abhishek? Is my screen visible?
Yeah, we can see your screen, Pooja.
Yeah, 1 month. Yeah. So yeah. So anyone has any idea what is DevOps? Fine. So let's start the class. So DevOps. So usually DevOps in the sense, I'll just tell you what is DevOps and what was before DevOps, and then conclude with the DevOps, why it is required for us to learn the DevOps in the present world. So DevOps is something which is called as development plus operational. Okay, so development by developers and operation. Before DevOps, there were no communication between developers and the operation team. So here, what is a simple term to understand DevOps is communication between developer and the ops team who is looking after by DevOps side. So yeah, so in depth, what we are going to study is like how does team work together, build, test, and deliver the software, and then how does the continuous integration and continuous improvement take place that we are going to deal with. And yeah, so it's about teamwork and the tools and the speeds. So before that, we should understand, right, why DevOps, right? So I just want to explain about DevOps. So before DevOps, what was the scenario and what exactly people faced before? Software engineers faced the issue. So yeah. So this is a, I can say before the DevOps, there was more, waterfall method, so which was like first requirement. I just don't want to go in depth what exactly it is, but only remember there was a process which is called waterfall process. So there were some steps, few steps which was involved into that. Let's say requirement, design, development, testing, deployment, and maintenance. So if anything fails at one step, let's say it failed at design level, then I should start again from the beginning. So it was very difficult for the software engineer to understand that, to take it over. It would take months and sometime 3 months more than that. So that was a process which was followed in the waterfall process. So I'll give better explanation what exactly in a simple way such that you can get a better idea. So yeah. So there was another process, which was agile method. After waterfall, there was a process which has come into picture, like plan, design, development, test, and deploy and review. But here, the speed of the development really took place good, but there was no proper communication again between the developers and the operation team. So again, there was a problem with deployment where team would have taken place. So there was again an issue. So who has helped us? So 1 minute. Sorry, actually, I'm getting this test. Okay, fine. So, what was the traditional method? So, there was a step, to understand waterfall method in a simple step. So, there was each step like waterfall, how the water flows, right? Like that, only the process would take place. As I have said in the first slide, design, development, testing, and deployment is done one after the another. So, let's say it was not continuous process. There was a like, if one step failed, then they would not go with the next one. So so they would either have to stop the process and they have to do it again from the beginning. So that was an issue. Let's say example, building a house, you take a builder, an engineer will take a proper plan, then build everything step by step. So he cannot if you want to make some changes also, he cannot do it in between that. So you have to take complete plan and then do it step by step. It was that process. And the other method was like, as I said, agile method. So of course it was there, it has helped so much, but it was repetitive and flexible type. Like you remember, I believe, like you people know about sprint. So based on sprint, like 1 to 2 weeks of time period was given, and that work would be done, and based on the feedbacks of the customer and all, that process would have taken place. But it's like example to say in a layman language, like cooking and tasting your food, like every time you prepare, before preparing a proper recipe. So you can adjust the recipe anytime if you want. Let's say if there's no salt, I can add it to it. So in that way I can say. But again, it did not help for the developer and the operation team to work together. So this was a issue. So what does agile did? So it has solved the problem, development and speed issue, but it did not solve the deployment and infrastructure challenges, as I've mentioned. So it required automation, monitoring, CI/CD, and better DevOps collaboration as well. So the conclusion I want to say is DevOps really involved, it combined, agile method and stability in operation. Whatever the issue the agile method or waterfall method was facing, that's what DevOps has come into picture. So yeah, why, as I said, why DevOps has came into picture. So it was really introduced to fill the gap between the operation and the development team, and it really helped. Even with agile development was fast, but development operation were really slow, and there was no collaboration, as I said, with developer and operation, which has first. And the main concept of DevOps is automate and speed up the software delivery, and it really improved the collaboration and enable continuous CI/CD. So CI is continuous integration, and CD is continuous deployment, and it provides faster and more reliable releases, such that if anything happens in between, so they can debug the issue and they can roll back it easily. So currently, as I've mentioned, DevOps really brings out, there's a good communication, good rapport between the dev and ops. Let's say developer has deployed everything and given to the operation team, and they are not able to deploy it. Everything is working fine at the developer side, but it is not working good at the ops side. So to bring this, to bring this to an end, or to bring it into a solution, so this developer DevOps has come into picture. So I believe why DevOps has come into picture and how it works. So yeah, before that, this is very much important part to understand what does exactly the life cycle of DevOps really works. So first, I believe like everyone know DevOps has the sign of infinity. So what why infinity? I'll tell once I complete the explanation of DevOps life cycle. First, let's say everyone, whatever if they are planning, they have to plan it. Like let's say project or something, we should have a plan, right? Without plan, it's not possible to work on the plans, right? So in DevOps, first we have to plan. So where do we plan? We plan on Jira. I believe like everyone are aware of Jira. So on Jira, they give the plans exactly what they have to do. And then the next process is like code, where everything is stored in Git or GitHub, and then the next process is build. In the same way it goes with test. So I believe plan, code, build and test, these three together is called as dev is a developer will look after these parts. So operation team will not come into it, but developers will take a look into it, and they will work on that. That's what test and integrate, which is called as CI, is continuous integration. So continuous integration will fall under Jenkins. It will be looked after Jenkins. CI and CD will looked after by the Jenkins. That's what Jenkins will come into picture. So I believe again I repeat, test and integrate combined together. After test, it goes to deploy, which is this process we call as CI, that is continuous integration. And next process from integrate and deploy, that is called as CD, continuous deployment. Again, your deploy process is taken by the ops team. So this three process is taken care by the ops team. Deploy, operate, and then monitor. So that's what ops people will take space. They'll concentrate on that. They'll work. It is looked after by the ops team. So let's say who's ops team. You might have been like you're aware of support engineer who will be looking after deployment part, and operation part, to monitor Kubernetes, Docker, so many other things. So we will learn depth into that, what exactly each tool does it. So I believe that's what the sign has come infinity. Infinity means something which will never end. There is no end for this. There is a continuous process happening. Let's say if something happened wrong at my code level, I can still correct it at this level, even I'm testing during during build or test or integrate any process. Still my code is running and something happens wrong, and still I can work on monitoring part. So I want to say in a fraction of seconds your work is done, few clicks and your work is done. So that's why DevOps is so important in the current world, to learn it and understand the process, how exactly all this process work. That's what we will study in DevOps. So what exactly? For now, that's totally fine if you did not understand this, but we will study in depth when we study each topic. But only remember, this is a life cycle of DevOps. So initially you might be confused or like little, because all terminology related to DevOps. So that's totally fine. Currently, there is no need to understand in depth exactly what it is. But yeah, I thought of it is very much important for you to understand why DevOps has given us infinity sign and explain about it. Yeah. So in continuous integration in the sense, your continuous deployment, as I said, there is a continuous deployment part which is taken care, right? So the life cycle only has, they have explained here, plan and code, which fall under continuous deployment, and build and test, which fall under continuous testing, and deploy and operate, which falls under continuous deployment, and monitoring, which falls under the continuous monitoring. So all this process is called as continuous integration. You know how it falls: continuous integration and continuous deployment. Yeah, so what are the various tools that we are going to learn about in DevOps? So that is like Git and GitHub, which is also called as version control. CI/CD, which the tools is for Jenkins, which they are different tools also in the market, but Jenkins is the most used tool currently in the market. Infrastructure as code, short form, we call it as IaaS, and Terraform, and CloudFormation. And configuration tool is Ansible. See example, don't get confused. We have all have been to school during our childhood days, right? School is a common one. That's what version control. But again, in school, we are different standard. We have different standard, right? Like let's say from pre-nursery, high school, or highest high school or something like that. So it is the tool name, I can say. We This is a common name, city, but with city. That's what the tools are. So like that, we have the various tools, but the very 90% which is covered in the market, we are studying that, says that if you know this, you can do any other tool if they have given. So that's what I have taken it for. And CI/CD tools is Jenkins. Infrastructure as code is like Terraform, and CloudFormation, which is an AWS service. I will explain about that as well. So configuration, for configuration, we are going to study about Ansible. Containers, we will study for Docker and Kubernetes. Monitoring for Prometheus and Grafana. CloudWatch is again an AWS service. Prometheus and Grafana is a monitoring tool. So cloud is AWS, Azure, and GCP. So we will concentrate more on AWS. If you know AWS, you can do the rest of the part. So these are the tools for which we are going to study. So I don't think so this is much required for now, because we will study in depth when we start the DevOps. So for now we can skip this. Okay. So how did DevOps really made the work very easy, right? So let's say, as I said, automation, which was, sorry, I don't know.
I think somebody annotated. It's okay. You can ignore Pooja. I think Vaibhav has left the meeting. It's okay.
Yeah, no problem. So here is automation and faster delivery. Okay, so here is replaces the manual task. Automation is for replaces, for manual task, testing, building, and deploying. I mean to say is like Instead of manual work, we have shifted to automation. No need to do, debug, or not debug, I can say, manual work. Just it is reducing the manual work more. And automation is improve, it will concentrate more on automation. Few clicks and your work is done. You no need to worry. If, you just give the cron job stating, I need my work to be done at 3 a.m. in the night, and my task should be done. So that is done. It is taken care by that. So what it is, how it is, we are going to deal. And the next one is faster delivery. So you can push quickly and you can resolve. You no need to wait for weeks together, or months together for anything. You just prepare your pipelines and deploy it, and work is done. So that is what faster delivery is. And better collaboration. Better collaboration, I mean to say, as I said, its main part is DevOps. We call, like, there's a collaboration between DevOps team and sorry, developer team and the ops team. They can collaborate together and they can work on Jira or Slack. So the same way, it is like consistency between tools like Docker and Kubernetes, which ensure the code is running everywhere, and it might be test or prod. Okay, such that your work is like consistency. There is a consistent consistency, I can see. So continuous monitoring in real time, it's very much important. Let's say how much is my CPU utilization, everything is working fine or no, nothing should happen. At the end user, everything should go fine. So if something happens, I should take care in advance. So there are so many things. Let's say we have WhatsApp, and our WhatsApp is not working on Sunday. So how difficult it would be, right, to communicate, and my end user is suffering, right? We are the end user. So in the same way, not to happen like this, make sure that behind the scene, all the work is taken care by the monitoring tools and all. How, what, and all we will study when our class starts. But remember, this is what DevOps makes our work easy. And it will also look after the security part. See, companies are very much interested in security part, right? Why security part? Because there might be so many things which is very much be crucial for the company not to be shared or something like that. So that time, make sure your password, your secret keys, your so many other crucial parts which should not be taken, which should be taken care. So that's what the DevSecOps. So don't get confused. What is DevSecOps? So Dev is developer, Sec is for security, and Ops is for operation. So this is also a role, I can say. Have DevOps we have. So like that we have DevOps, DevSecOps. But that person is very much interested in security part. So that's what he is named as. It has been named for DevSecOps. So other one is why DevOps is important. As I said, right? Why DevOps is important? Why? Because it is faster time to the market. Currently, DevOps is very much important, might be from startup to the big companies like Google or any of the companies, not Micro, yeah, Microsoft. And, there are so many big companies for all the MNCs. DevOps is from startup to the MNCs. So everyone are using DevOps in the current world. So it is more reliable for releases, cost effective operations, high customer satisfaction, and quick bug detection is will happen, right? If there is something issue, and within fraction of seconds, like in minutes, your work is done. And let's say why cost effective? Because in agile method, as we discussed, it would take weeks together, but my work is done in next to 1 to 2 hours. So there's a time, limits also given, and SLEs also will be given by the clients, or so many other things, that all is taken care. So that's what it will affect. That's what countries and every company is interested in two things. One is security, another one is cost. So if these two is taken care, then they are all set, right? Yeah. So why we should learn DevOps? We all are here to you people all are here to learn DevOps, right? Why DevOps? Why? Because DevOps is very much demanding in the market currently, and the salary is more than average. I have given very limited here, but it might be like, let's say, for fresher it will go to 5 to 7 lakhs, and for mid level it might go to 8 to 10, or sorry, 8 to 20, and the senior level they might be earning more than 20 to 40 plus. So it also depends on the skills you have and the experience you have. It's like that, but the average salary I have mentioned from 8 to 20 lakhs in average in India. So they are, let's say, if you learn DevOps, then what are the career paths, right? So DevOps engineer, SRE, and cloud engineer, platform engineer, or DevSecOps, which I have mentioned currently, right? Recently. So all those, it's like, not if you know these tools, then you are capable for all this. So something extra you should work if you want to, let's say if DevOps engineer, so there are only few technologies you should more concentrate. If you are aware of these, the concentration, whatever like we have studied, right? Like tools and all. If you know those tools, then you are ready for all these jobs. And all these jobs are high paid jobs. Even the freshers will get really good job paid. So this is what the that's what the DevOps is very much important for you people to learn it. So in demanding it as IT, finance, health, retail, all these companies will use DevOps. And it's high demanding. As example, to understand better, DevOps is like passport to global opportunities. You can work remotely, freelance, or you can get placed in MNC very quickly. Yeah. So as I've said, in the current world of DevOps, over more than 10 million, billion in 2023, and currently it has reached 15 billion in 2025, and it might surpass more than 25 billion in 2028. So it has more than 40%, 40% annual growth in job markets, and DevOps is very, very, very much important for cloud adoption as well. And companies like Amazon, Netflix, Google, and big companies, I can say everyone adopted. So it's not optional anymore. It's a norm for building and managing applications through the cloud platform. So these days, two things is very much taken care. People are very much interested. One is cloud, and another one is AI. So that's what DevOps will look into both. So it's very much important for us to learn DevOps. Okay. Fine. Before learning DevOps, understanding DevOps in a clear, clear, I can say, you should learn few things. That is Linux first. Linux is that important. I'll show you the demo why Linux and all why it is important. 90% of servers will run on Linux and throughout the job market for DevOps, and it is used for scripting, automation, and containers. That's what we have studied. Kubernetes, we require container, Docker, Jenkins, or Ansible. Everything requires server, and all the servers will work on Linux. That's what it's very much important for us to understand Linux before proceeding with Docker. Sorry, before proceeding with DevOps. I'm sorry. So, and as I said, to understand better for Docker and Kubernetes, we want this. Otherwise, it's not possible to understand. And CLI, that's what command line interface, which will run on the Linux platform. Yeah. Okay. So again, I want to say not only Linux, you also require AWS. Why AWS? Why? Because there are so many tools like EC2 instance, which is a server which runs on the AWS. So I'll show you a demo, but only I just want to help you through work out what exactly we do. For code build, code commit, code pipeline, everything end to end for CI/CD, we require AWS. And as I said, easily scalable infrastructure, which is EC2, ECS. So there are total 25 plus services which we are going to study complete on AWS, but it's very much mandatory to learn AWS to understand DevOps. So again, it's based on pay as you go. So you have 6 months of free trial of AWS. So I'll give you complete information about AWS, how exactly it works. So once we start the class, and it is helping us, as I said, monitoring is also very much crucial part for DevOps. So that's what all your monitoring things will happen on AWS services, that is CloudWatch, IAM, CloudTrail, and many more. And it is very much automation friendly, supports the tools like Terraform, Ansible, and CloudFormation. So cloud formation in the sense you no need to do manually. You just give the code and your services is ready for you in few clicks. So that's what the cloud formation work. For all, but it is limited only to AWS. You cannot work for Azure or you cannot work for the GCP for a cloud formation. So cloud formation and GCP and Azure has its own platform to work on that. So infrastructure as code. But only remember for automation cloud formation, which is also a AWS services. So like that, we have so many other services which we'll be covering in our classes. So as I said, what all we'll be covering? We'll be covering Linux. So we will learn the basics things of whatever is required for DevOps engineer and cloud engineer. That's what we will be studying for Linux, like commands, permission, networking, and for Git and GitHub. And as I said, Jenkins, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Ansible, and AWS, which we will be covering most of the 20 important services which is required for the DevOps engineer. And we'll be working on the real-time projects as well. So before that, concluding, I want to just show you a demo, a single demo where you get a clarity what exactly it is. As I said you, Linux is required, AWS is required for DevOps engineer, right? So this is an AWS platform. For now, really not to be worried what it is, how launched, how did I launch, how that it takes really a few minutes. So I'm running out of time, so I have kept it ready for you. Let's say this is an interface of AWS. Okay. Now my target is I want to host and deploy a Jenkins server on my application. This is the mm, what I can say server, EC2 server. EC2 is another word for the Linux. EC2 again in see OS we have three OS, right? Mac OS, Linux, and Windows. So all companies, 90% of the company use Linux, right? So I have currently launched an Ubuntu server, which is a Linux server. So what have and all that we will study once we'll go depth into it. Okay. So as I said you, I want to see my I can't see. Okay, fine. I want to see my server. Okay. So let's say HTTP 8080 is a Jenkins port. Okay. So I have hosted. So again, how to deploy, what to deploy to go through the complete, dashboard. It's a different story. We'll do it once our classes starts. Okay. So I believe I just want to tell you one more thing. I have run few commands to install it. Okay, let's say this is an AWS service. This is an AWS service. Okay, in that I'm running a command of Linux. I have run few commands to install my Jenkins servers. I have installed Java, then I have installed Jenkins. I have started and I have seen that all like my Jenkins server is active, right? So okay, I just want to see whether my Jenkins server is active or no. CTL, sorry. So you can see, right? My Jenkins server currently is active. It is running and it is active. How did I do it? Right, it is not default which will happen. So I have to run few commands to understand, to deploy and all. There are few commands. All these commands will fall under Linux. So I am still trying to explain you a better way to understand why three things is required. First is Linux, AWS, and then comes DevOps, right? So this is a platform which is a Linux platform that is Ubuntu. Okay. So to run Ubuntu, to work on this, I have to learn Linux to understand. If I don't know the commands of Linux, then it's very much it's not possible to understand DevOps. That's what Linux will come into picture. And second thing, how do I do it? I require one platform, right? So companies will not provide desktop or it will not provide you things like it's virtual things. Everything is done in a cloud, right? So that's what the AWS platform is very much important for you people to understand the cloud. So AWS will come into picture. Then your server, that is Jenkins. This is Jenkins, right? So to enter in administrator, again to enter into a dashboard, this is a different story. Once we go through depth into the class, I'll tell you. But now you remember. Let's say I want to stop. I don't want my Jenkins to get hosted on the website. So what I'll do, I'll go to the security groups and I'll just stop that. I'll not give the rules. So I have given SSH, HTTP, all traffic, right? So I want to go and I want to remove that. So yeah, I want to remove all traffic, save the rule, right? Again, I type. So I'll just take my IPs and then how did I do first time hosting? I want to just deploy in the same way. So yeah. So this is my instance ID. Instance is something, a machine. That's it. Instance ID. I took my IP address, and I'll just go HTTP and to give my IP address, and then it's 080. It will not come. Why? Because I have stopped my Jenkins. I have stopped the I know I have edited the inbound rule stating key. I don't want my traffic to get hosted on my website. But again, let's say it will keep on rolling. It will not give error, but it keeps on rolling. Okay. Let's say again, I want to go. I want that website to be hosted again. So again, I'll go to the security, and then I'll give it. I want all rules, right? So I'll go again, I'll just change it. I'll add the rule stating all traffic, allow it, and then I save the rule. So my rules is saved. Again, I'll just go and host. My Jenkins is ready. So I'm just trying to tell you, these three are friends, tripods, right? Without this, it's not possible for us to understand the DevOps. So here, I just made you to understand what is DevOps, what is a career, what is the market value and all. But every topic, there's so much depth to understand, and we will start at once. I'll tell you in depth once our class starts. So yeah. Yes, Abhi. So if you have any questions and you can ask me queries, you can ask. Abhishek, if you want to take it forward, you can.
So I think we're open for Q&A, right? If any of you have any technical queries, you can please ask. And after Q&A, I'll just also cover the offers and discounts that we have for the for the complete course.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. So I wanted to ask, like, we are covering Jenkins, but will we also be covering GitHub Actions? Because nowadays that is also being used a lot.
Yes. So yeah, good question. So let's say if you, as you said, Git Actions or GitHub Actions, right? So if
Yeah,
you know one tool, as I said, if you know this, GitHub or let's say GitHub or GitHub Actions or anything. Like GitLab is a version of GitHub, okay, and Bitbucket
yeah,
also. So in the market, definitely we have so many other tools. But if you are aware of Jenkins or the services, whatever we are using for Git or GitLab, with respect to that, you will be able to work on that as well. But yeah, if
yeah.
you
But we
really
can we
want
like cover
GitHub,
it? Yeah,
yeah, yes, we can cover. I can add in one of the projects so you have a hands-on experience on that.
yeah. And also you showed about like DevSecOps. So
Hmm.
will we be covering the security part in detail as well, or it will be just like some introduction type of thing?
Yeah, security part we will be taken care because it is very much important in the current world. It's very much important to understand the security, so we will be covering
So
that.
basically, we will not just do DevOps, we will do complete DevSecOps.
We will work on DevOps, but if you are, let's say, see, there are other tools also like platform SREs, and also it's if you really want that separately, so I can help you for the projects, but we will concentrate more on DevOps rather than DevSecOps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So our primary focus would be on AWS, but would we like jump into
No.
Azure and GCP also?
See, yeah. So sorry, can I get your question again? Your question is AWS, GCP, and Azure.
Yeah, like you said that we will dive detail in depth into the AWS, whatever
Hmm.
they are providing the services and
Hmm.
all of that. So I
Yes.
just wanted to ask, like, will we dive, deep into the Azure also and GCP also, or like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, so we have time limit of 90 hours, right? So I have to completely, let's say if a person is taking for, Linux or AWS and DevOps, right? The concept is currently for AWS. So Azure, if people really are interested, then we can conduct a separate session for that as well. But currently it will be AWS. So
Okay,
let's say
and
if
what
you, if
will be
let's say,
the?
yeah.
Yeah, please continue.
So let's say if you know AWS services, you are well enough to work on Azure or GCP because their terminology will be different. That's it. But almost of it will cover 70% of the same topics and same steps to be covered there. So nothing to
Okay,
worry
okay.
about it because AWS is covering 90% of the market in the current world.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, so AWS is something where is suitable for all the companies, and Azure is for limited to enterprises, and GCP is limited to AI and ML, right? But AWS is everywhere used. So even let's say if the company is hiring for Azure DevOps engineer, the person knows AWS, still he or she is hired because he knows AWS. So that
Okay.
important is AWS.
Okay. And what will be like the duration of the course, like in months, or like what will be?
So it would
Yeah.
be 90 hours. It would be 90 hours, Aditi. I'll come to that. I'll come to the course
Okay, okay, sure,
duration,
sure,
pricing, offers, everything. Okay.
sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Bashir, I think you raised your hand. Go ahead.
Hey, hi Pooja. Yeah, this side
Yeah.
Sunil. Actually, I am the existing student for this GroTechMind. Okay, and now I am
Mhm.
working as a automation test engineer in Infosys. Suppose I take this course, then where I can found myself after this completion of this course. Okay, and how it is benefit for me in my career, like how I can change my careers in DevOps.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Sunil. So before that, I know like how, it also, let's say if you want to end up with like what is your career path and all. So first depends on your career, like what
Mhm.
exactly you're doing currently. So you said QA, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And how many years of experience?
Now 5 year.
Okay, so it's a plus point for you that you have. See, always remember DevOps is not at all for the, freshers who can directly enter. Fresher, we have an option like AWS support engineer in that way, or L2 support. In that way, they grow up. But it's not directly DevOps is given for somebody who is really fresher to the, fresher who has come just now from the college. So it is completely given for the fresher candidate who is aware of the, market, work, what he has worked for software and so many things. So you have almost 5 years of experience is a plus point for you. So you can you have 100% chances no, you will get a job, so you will get good paid job and everything, but you must be able to handle the interview, and you must be able to do few projects such that they will be asking in interview. So how to handle that, how you can tell them that you have worked on projects, those things will be dealing in our classes.
Okay, so I can also get some support to roll my change, right?
Yeah,
After
yeah,
this.
of course,
Oh,
yes, yes, yes.
Pooja, I think a couple of folks have messaged me. They want to know, is there any coding involved?
Yeah, yeah. So DevOps is for two people, the one who don't love coding and the person who loves coding. So there are services which is advanced level or something. Python is add-on, but it's not compulsory for DevOps engineer. So if is interested, they can go into that. If they are not interested, it's not required. But basic things is required, which we will be dealing with Linux part, command lines, few things which is required, but compulsory, no coding will be there.
So, but we be covering any coding section, like for any services or like that?
Yeah, we will be covering in Lambda.
Lambda and Groovy also?
No, Groovy is a Jenkins part, so
Yes,
there we will
yes.
be doing. So we will understand. We will not deep dive in the coding part. We will understand because every modules is ready for us on the websites of Groovy and Jenkins servers. So all those command lines and documents, how to understand, how to take over that, and how to solve that, we will do that. But we will not completely deep dive in coding.
Because sometimes in Jenkins, you have to write a Groovy script.
Yeah, yeah, that's what. Let's say you want to set up things and you want to work on Jenkins. So that time, what is required, how to overcome those things we will study, and that of course we will do it. But we will not deep dive what it is, how it is, when it is. That is not our part. We will understand how the project is done and how Jenkins is set up. So all those documents and all, I'll be sharing with you. So, but if you know that, you will be able to handle all those things which will come up.
And where does Python come into picture?
For Yeah, we so you said Groovy, right? So in Jenkins we have different programming language. For Lambda we have different programming language. So there we require Python. It's not like compulsory the person should understand Python. So no, not required. But if you are
Ye-
really interested, it's an add-on for you to understand and work on. So
Yeah, but will we be covering that section? I'm just asking that.
yes, yes. On Lambda we will be dealing with Python only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. I want to ask one question. Like, I just enrolled into the automation course with
Mhm.
GroTechMind, and is it right time I can start with DevOps, or what is the right time we can learn DevOps?
Yeah. Yes, Ayush. So there's completely depends on your interest. If you really want to learn DevOps and all, you can start it because it's not all stretch at once. You can be master. It requires really time, 3 months, 4 months to understand. Even though if your course is completed, you require practice and all. So it's better start today if you are really interested into it.
Okay. And ma'am, also one more thing I want to ask, like the what is your way of like dealing with the course? Like you will give us the PPT, or you will show us the PPT, or you
Yeah.
will in the Excel you will explain. I am.
Yeah.
I just want.
Yeah, so it's completely depends on practical. 20% will be theory, rest 80% will be practical. Let's say if I'm doing and working out, it's of no use, right? So I want you people to understand and do it. So for 20%, all your documents, let's say if you might tell my teaching style, first I'll be providing you the notes. So where every day, whatever we are studying, that I'll be providing on the document wise. So I'll be giving you access. So one click, all your topic wise things will be there ready for you. First thing, and you will be having recording classes for the day. And yeah, so 20% will be theory and 80% will be completely practical. So until and unless the person, whoever is attending the class, if they don't understand, then I'll not move to the next topic, but I'll make sure the topics are covered on time as well.
So, will we have like assignments and exams as well?
Yes. Yeah, we do have
Okay.
assignment, we have practical test, everything we do have.
Okay. So another question was that because AWS, only some services that provide free, like EC2 is free for a year, but apart from that, it's paid, like you pay as you go. So how, will we handle that? Like, will we have to pay for from our own pocket for that? Like, how will that work?
Yeah, Aditi. So the thing is, first till 14th July 2025, it was for 1 year subscription free, but now it is only for 6 months limited. And coming to your services, as you said, like yes, we can study all services, but let's say RDS, or there are few services which is really charged for hours based on that. So, but let's say 1 hour class, there is not to worry, not at all to worry. So we can do all the services, but as soon as our class ends, we have to stop all the services. We have to delete whatever we are doing it, and it will not charge. Let's say if it is charge also, we can go and ask the support team to, give the waive off as we are learning. So they will do waive off for 3 times, 3 to 4 times. So not to worry
Yeah,
about it.
I
I'll
mean,
make
like
sure.
whatever you teach in class, we have to go back and do the hands-on and learn about it, right? It's not
Yes.
like it's just in 1 hour we'll be able to grasp everything, right? So it's basically then there will be some charges, what
Yeah.
I can understand.
That's what, whenever, let's say your question is, let's say if you're starting a service, you have to definitely, let's say EC2,
Yes.
we have 750 hours, not more than that. If you use for a
Hmm.
month, it will be charging. In T2, T3 micro, T2 micro only you have to use. Apart from that, if you are using, so I'll be guiding you such that it should not be charged. So let's say apart from this, if you practice at home also, it should be not more than hours or something like that. Once you do it, complete it, and complete the task once it is done, and that should be deleted. So I'll be guiding you such that I'll make sure it should not be charged. So till now it has not been charged. So if it is
Okay.
charging, then I'll definitely guide you on that.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Hi, Pooja. My name is Venkat.
Yeah. Hi, Venkat.
Hi. Have you teach with the DevOps like Python and .NET particular also?
I say like we deal few of the scripts of Python, not completely Python, but few really are interested, then the different topic for Python. DevOps with Python is a different course again. So my concept here is like, as you said, like completely on DevOps. Okay. But wherever Python is required, then definitely we'll go with those scripting. So your
No,
second
no,
question was?
no. I'm not asking like that. I'm asking like CI/CD is there, na? In the CI/CD,
Hmm.
like Python projects and the .NET project, you teach with
Yes, yes.
continuous build
Yeah, yeah,
process.
yes, yes, yes. Yes, we will be dealing with that.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Shamima, go ahead.
Hi, Pooja. That was a very good introduction. Thank you so much. And regarding DevOps and what about integration with AI and how is the market without AI and with AI? I just want to know about that now.
Yeah, Shamima, good question. So recently, last week, I have been like this Friday, I have been attending one of the AWS event, DevSphere. It is connected to your question, so I just want to give a small clarity. So I want to add on something to your question. AI currently, before let's say if you go back 1 year back or 1.5 year back, it was completely cloud, But today the topic is only AI, right? Kira is a AI brought by AWS service. Like that goes with Azure, a different AI cloud, right? Cloud. So currently, that's really, really very much important for us to learn AI because you might have recently heard that there are so many layoffs. Why there is layoffs? We are only seeing companies laying off them, but why they are laying off? Whether really the people who are laid off, they really know they are capable in the market to do things. Few people till now they don't know how to really work on few AI parts, right? So we only look after ChatGPT or something, but there are so many AI tools which is helping you to prepare your documents, your PPT, your so many website. Your few clicks, your work is done. So it is really plus point and add on to learn AI with DevOps. DevOps is the current demand. AI is add on to it such that you get placed job soon and get paid a high salary. So it is important, but it's not compulsory and mandatory, but it is add-on for you to get into the market very soon. That's so mean.
Do we cover in this syllabus AI?
Yeah, you have Abhishek, you can answer better, I guess.
Yeah, some part of it, right? We'll be covering it. I think we have given all the details in the PDF. I think I'll be sharing it after the demo. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Hey Sumit, go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, Pooja.
Hi,
Uh,
Sumit.
as you said, you are going to concentrate more on the DevOps side. But here my question is, I am more interested in a cloud engineer. So how this course will be helpful for me?
Yeah. So as I said, today's concept was only on DevOps, but I did not cover, like Abhishek told me to cover AWS and Linux as well. But I said I have short time, I can't complete both offices, that you don't get complete information on that. So of course, as you said, right, you are interested in cloud rather than DevOps. So we are going to complete those 25 services. If you are well versed in those 25 services, then you are capable to do all those 240 services which is there on AWS right now. So you will be completely ready for that. So here, whatever, let's say if you're learning Linux, let's say somebody dropped, God forbid it should not happen, but somebody dropped in between and Linux only, they did not move forward. They are still capable for L2 support and admin system admin, Linux system admin. So where the most of the product-based company will hire, and then let's say Linux and AWS not completed DevOps, but still you have chosen for DevOps. Then you are capable for cloud engineer and the various tool based on clouds. So cloud currently AWS is used everywhere, like data site or you take anything it is used. So you can still pursue that, and we will be covering all those important service which is required for cloud engineer, and you will be able to crack those interviews as well. Yeah, and the DevOps, if you complete, then we have like DevSecOps, DevOps, cloud engineer, and then SRE and platform engineer, all those things.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Pooja.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Pooja, I think some
Yeah.
of the students have asked, is there any prerequisite to join this course, right? I mean, I think some students are from non-technical background, right?
Yeah.
They want to move to IT. So
Yeah.
I think they have a genuine questions. I mean, if you can answer.
But yeah, so like they want to from non-IT to IT. Is it okay for them? You mean to say that?
Yeah, I mean, I think primarily there is scared of coding is what I feel. So, हाँ मतलब आप बता सकते हो.
Yeah. Okay. So see, everyone has this concept from non-IT to IT. Is it really helpful? Then I believe like DevOps is a really, really a good platform to understand. It's not, as I said, two people are there in this cloud coding and non-coding. So if you really don't want to do coding, that's totally fine. But you require the basic commands, which will be dealing with the Linux. So if you know that, then more than enough, then you are capable of doing DevOps engineer. And if you are into from non-IT to IT, then you have add-on plus points to enter into various job roles as I've mentioned. So yes, it is. Abhishek, I think you are on mute.
Okay. I was saying,
Yeah.
Pooja, you can continue with the Q&A. I'll just put the slide. I think some of them are waiting for this.
Yes, we know you can.
Vinu, you can go ahead. You can ask a question. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You're on mute.
Yeah. Hi, Pooja.
Hi, Vinu.
Yeah, actually, I'm existing student of this GroTech, and the thing is, previously I'm working in college, but because of MKT, I showed my experience and I justified and I crack it. As of now, I'm working. But the thing is, as of now, I would like to move for DevOps. So, is it possible to justify the same experience, or like I would like to, if I would like to go for move to DevOps? So, is there chances? Because as I observed, DevOps as of now, DevOps interviews are it's really difficult. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. Yeah, Vinu, sorry, but I didn't get like what experience you have and how many years of experience do you have?
Yeah, actually, exactly. I'm totally I have as of now 1.5, but in interview I showed 6.5 as an automation test engineer.
Okay, in the current company, you're working as an automation engineer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, of course, if you give 6.5, then the questions will be to that level. So I believe you tell the truth what happened and tell the QA testing whatever you have because your salary is paid with the present CTC. That's totally fine, right? So not to worry about that. And coming to that, tell them you have to, let's say if 6 months next we are completing the course 3 months or something like that, will end up with 6 months, right? So you can consider 2 months, 2 years of experience and how to crack interviews, how to handle that questions and all everything I'll be explaining you when I'll be guiding you on interview question and answer. So I think that would be better because if I tell now, everyone will be pissed off like, what is this? But yeah, you are very much welcome for this because you are currently working as QA engineer, so you can shift to DevOps 100%.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, Gautami, go ahead.
Hey, sorry, I'm coming back after so many months. Actually, I'm outside. I'm in Maryland, so it's daytime, so I'm actually outside. I'm just listening to the conversation, but I couldn't pay full attention. So this is recorded. I can watch it later, and if I
Sure.
have any questions,
Sure.
whom I
Actually, you
reach
raised
out.
your hand. That's why I called you. That's fine.
No. Yeah, to ask this question only I raised. So is it recording is available?
Yeah.
And if I
Recording
have,
is available and we'll be providing you. Okay. We'll share in the.
okay, so yeah, sure. If I have any follow-up questions, which email ID I should contact, or because the
Uh,
chat we are
have
not
I have
allowed.
shared a form. I have shared a form in the chat box, right? You can fill that form. Team will anyways get in touch with you, right?
Okay, yeah, I
In
have
group
already
also
filled out.
in group also allowed.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. And thank you so much. And then it is really great demonstration, Pooja. Good job.
Thank you,
Thank
Gautam.
you.
Thanks for the
Thank you.
feedback.
Anyone else has any questions? Please raise your hands. We'll wrap up in another 5-10 minutes in case nobody has any questions. Okay, cool. By the time I'll just quickly cover the when are we going to start the batch, right? And what is the pricing offers? I think a lot of people actually pinged me. So yeah, so this is going to be a 90 hours course, right? We are planning to start it from next Friday, that is August 8th. The timing would be same timing, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. So daily 1 hour class would be there. Coming to the pricing, so pricing actually is 28,300 rupees, but only for this time, those who are attending the webinar, right, and filling the form, for them, we are giving it for 14,999 rupees, right? Rest of the facilities related to video access, interview preparation, resume preparation, providing one free batch transfer, right? So everything that anyways GroTechMinds provide, that will be applicable for this course as well, right? So no changes on that front. Primarily on the timing, duration, and pricing is what I think you guys can see on this screen. Okay. Anyone has any questions? Anyone?
Hey,
Yes.
it's me, Gautami again.
Yeah, Gautami.
Yeah, actually, I'm going on vacation from uh, 9th to 2 weeks. So it's everyday class, and if I miss what, how can I catch up?
Yeah, yeah. So, see, as I mentioned, right? So we have GroTechMinds application in both Android and also iOS, correct? And we also have a desktop application. So what will happen? All the class recordings will be uploaded in the application, and those recordings you can access. Okay, I mean you can access
Yes.
in the application, right? In case you have
Mm-hmm.
any doubt, then anyways Pooja would be there. We will create a separate WhatsApp group for all our students. You can talk to her. You can ask her all your doubts. We'll also try to assign some mentors, right, who can sit with you and who can guide you, right? So all these things we will do it for you. Don't worry. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
sure. Anyone else has any questions? So guys, I have shared a form, right? I have shared a form in the chat box. So those who are interested, please fill the form, right? So that you can avail this offer. We're not giving this offer for any students, right? The pricing is going to be 28,000 rupees. So only for the students who have joined this demo session, we are giving this offer. So please make most of it, right? And I think this is going to be really helpful for you guys, right? And even after the demo, if anyone has any questions, please feel free to. You can also WhatsApp me, right? Or probably you can ask your questions in the group as well. I'll open the forum, right? Cool. Anupa, yeah, yeah, go ahead. I think we can take the last question before we wrap up.
Hi, Ansar. Thank you for explaining that. And Pooja ma'am, thank you for explaining all the details about the DevOps and all. I already sent you the one personal chat. I think you have missed it. But the thing is, Anis sir already asked you about the same thing because I am from a non-IT field. But is it okay for me to join this course and to move to the career to a next level, like into the IT section? I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
passed my, yeah,
It's really a
yes,
good
ma'am.
option, a career option to switch from non-IT to IT because you are not learning only DevOps, you are learning Linux, you are learning cloud, so which is very much in demand currently. So it's a good decision to move on to from non-IT to IT with DevOps.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, cool. So I think with this, we'll wrap it up. Thank you everyone for joining the session today. I think it's already late. It's already 10 p.m. You all can enjoy. I think
I have a
Sunday
last
night.
question.
Hey, yeah, yeah, same, yeah.
Yeah, so my question is regarding the when the classes are going to start and the amount which is written or the fee, 15,000 rupees.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, one of my friend will be joining next month. So I would like to know when the classes are going to start, when it will be in the tenurity, like duration, everything.
Okay, so Azim, what you can fill the form, right? And actually, I showed the slide. So the duration is of 90 hours, right? And we are planning to start the batch from August 8th, that is next Friday. Okay. And
Okay,
the timing is going to be the same timing, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m.
9 to 10.
Yeah, yeah, 9 to 10.
All
Okay.
right.
You can fill the form. You can fill the form so that we'll get your details, right? And anyways, team will get in touch with you tomorrow morning. Okay.
All right. All.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure, Azim. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Pooja.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone. Thanks, Abhishek.
Bye. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, Pooja. Thank you, Anish.
Thank you.